Most beginner blacksmiths want to make something elaborate like a suit of armor or a massive sword or something crazy like that. But I recommend starting small because that is the best place to start to learn how to actually blacksmith. And the project I'd recommend for that is a simple hook, which you might think isn't that crazy, but it is a useful piece of home decor, and it teaches you a lot of basics that you can then use to make a massive suit of armor or an epic sword, something like that. So follow along these 5 steps and you'll learn how to become a better blacksmith and make a decorative hook. To start, heat up 1 inch of a piece of 5/16 round and begin forging a square point. To do this, elevate your metal and forge down on an angle, pushing the material down and rotating quarter turn back and forth until the material pushes down to a needle point. Once you have your square taper, then rotate onto the corners and begin knocking them down and then taking down those corners to round the material off. From there, you will have a round taper approximately 1 inch long. This you can then reheat for step 2. Heat up your 1 inch taper and then bring it over the edge of the anvil 3/4 of an inch. Knock it down 90 degrees and then flip the bend over so you can start knocking it down over on itself. Be very gentle because your metal will be nice and thin, and this way you can curl it into an elegant round eye, just like so. Be very careful when heating up your eye. You can burn it really easily because it's so thin, so make sure you place it upright when putting it in the forge. Step 3, heat up your material approximately 3 inches, less or more depending how big your hook is. Then quench your eye so you don't damage it when you're forging down. Begin pushing your material down about 1 inch over the horn and round it off. This you have to be very careful with because this is how you'll shape your hook. So bring it underneath the horn then and start knocking it around. Take this step slow because you want to have a nice curve evenly all around your horn. This will create a very aesthetic look. A key fact that you must do is when you're bending your hook around, make sure your eye is upright. If it's not, your eye is going to end up on the inside of your hook, which isn't something you want. When heating up your hook, just like the eye, keep it out of the forge so you don't accidentally burn it. You're now heating up the straight section of your hook and you're going to lay it flat and make your eye touch the side of the anvil. Then angle upright and forge half on, half off. Make sure your first swing is sturdy and straight because if you're not, you're going to start notching around and bouncing all around, creating a very ugly notch. The reason we're notching is to spread material wider so that we have an area where we can put a hole and then fasten it with a screw. Step 5 is very simple, but often is the place where a lot of beginners will mess up. It's cutting off your hook. Put your cutoff hardy in the anvil, make sure the bevel of it is facing away from you. This is very important because it'll give your hook a very nice aesthetic squash-like shape. Where your hook goes from flat to round is where you want the edge of your cutoff on your metal. Then, with one good strong strike, get the cut started. Then, more gently begin cutting down. You want to lighten up on your last swing so that the hammer doesn't damage your cutoff. Then, a good basic tip is always take your cutoff hardy out of the anvil because you don't want to forge with it in. If you accidentally hit it, could be bad. And that's how you make a hook. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and comment any questions or projects you want to see made. Thanks for watching, and God bless.
God bless and Godspeed.